Yep. So probably once we start getting more familiar with it ourselves, and it becomes, a little more easier to use for us, then we'll be able to help other people get on here a little more easier. But again, I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. I think, once people understand the difference between a solo chat and a group chat on here, and you got to click on, because yesterday when you contacted me, it popped up your name in the chat. Hey, welcome back. So it was really easy for me to get to where you were because it popped up and it showed me right where you were. It didn't do that today. And I don't know why it didn't do that today, but it did it yesterday. So I don't know if that was just a glitch or if it's just, I don't know. When you open the chats up down there at the bottom, it should show you where the chat is or whatever. And then you just follow that. Or whoever's hosting the chat that particular day, if somebody comes in that's new or somebody that you invite, just get into individual chat with them and say, hey, we're over here in the group. This is how you get there. And then after that, I don't know, but the chat should tell you that. I guess we're just going to have to test that out and make sure it's doing that. Otherwise, it could be a little confusing for people if you got a bunch of chat rooms going on at one time. How would they know where to go? I guess you'd have to tell them we're in this chat room, and then they would have to go into the list. Like right now, if you go to chats, it shows you all the chats. It shows you all the rooms. So, did you add a couple rooms? Did you add Bible discussion? Who added that? Did you add Oh, I did. You know what I did? Now that I remember now. I did that. I forgot I did it. I was all confused. I'm like, now who added newbies? Was that me? I know that's what I thought, but wow, I don't even. That's weird. I don't remember adding newbies. It sounds like something I would add. Wow, that's just bizarre. Because, I mean, like, and I don't. Now I remember adding the Bible discussion now because I had Bible resources, but I wanted to have, like when we do like Bible study night or something. I don't think I added that though. That's weird. I wonder who's if there. Let me see. Let me go to. Wait, is there a way for me to track who added that room? Let me see. Where are we at? Huh. Anyway, I'll look later. Well, I'll figure it out. I mean, it'd be weird if somebody was adding chat rooms. How would they do that? They'd have to be an admin. That's weird because I do not remember adding those groups. I remember adding Bible study resources and Jesus Connect. That was it. I'm gonna look into that because that's weird to me. They weren't in there when me and you chatted yesterday, were they? I wonder if, oh man, man, that's got me confused. I mean, am I doing stuff that I don't know that I'm doing? I mean, that would scare me more than somebody hacking me. I'd rather, geez, I can't remember from 1 minute to the next. All right. Well, anyway, I'll go back and look and see if I can find out what's going on. Now, if we start seeing more rooms popping up in here, we're going to have to figure that out. Now, it wouldn't make sense though that if somebody was going to hack me, they wouldn't be adding rooms that would be like Bible discussion. Well, anyway, so let's just talk about what's that? Oh, cool. Let's just discuss if you guys decided like if you're on here and you're hosting a chat with somebody and they say, "Well, how come we can't do Giphy files?" Well, what I want you to understand here is that you know what you can't have everything. You can't have everything you want. You know, you got to give and take a little bit. We have a chat now that has video and audio chat. Now, if you wanted to do Giphy files, all you got to do is go up to the top. I know you can't see what I'm saying, but you know up here where you the timeline, and you just can do a Giphy file. You can do a Giphy file right up here. It's that simple. I just did one, and you could probably see it, right? You see that Giphy file I just posted on the home page. Yeah, you got to remember. Oh, you left the call. You don't have to leave the call. Just go. Just if you're on the home page, that's yeah. If you're on the home page and you look up at the top, you'll see it. I just posted it. Okay, welcome back. Yeah. So basically, if you're in the home page of the website and you're also able to then be in the chat, you can see the Giphy screen. So if you wanted to do Giphy files, that would be one way to do it. Or you could just go to Giphy and you can grab a Giphy file from there, save it, and then you can add it as a file. But that's kind of silly. All you have to do is just. I'm just saying, if people want to do Giphies while they're in here, you don't have to. Now, if we wanted to watch, okay, welcome back. If you wanted to watch, you got to go to the store. Okay, I'm recording this, so what I'll do is I'll send you the video recording. But what I want to do then is this with you, Andrew, is we'll just kind of go over a little bit of stuff for getting getting started, and then we can send this video to him. But what I want us to do over the next few days is get familiar with this website, like really get familiar with it, like spend some time on it, maybe add some content here or there, whatever. or just kind of get familiar with it. And then what I want to do is start figuring out our plan of action here. Like, what are we going to do to get people coming here? We already have some people on it, so that would be the key, is to start with them. And I will do that this week. Um, we have to figure out a date that we want to officially start launching this website. I don't want to wait too long because we've already kind of launched it. So I think, I don't know, just come together a little bit on this, maybe do a week or two of some praying and, getting together, maybe have a few meetings, figure out um, some planning stuff. I have started I don't know if you can see that with this background, but I got one of these big calendars. And on the back, I started a whole, just really just went to, wait, what happened to it? Did I put it on the other one? Oh, I did it in February. See, I think my brain isn't working. I'm like, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. I really, maybe all that Twilight Zone I watched. I don't know if you can see this or not with this background. I don't know. Anyway, I got a whole, you can't see it. I got a whole thing here planned. We have a domain now, which is JesusConnect.online. This is what we talked about the other day, the importance of having our own domain name, and how now we can advertise that, and we can utilize that. We can actually, with WordPress and Jesus Connect Online, we can actually, I can go back into the admin. Would you like to learn how to use be an admin, and how to use WordPress? Okay, I can teach you, like, basically how to do things on the back end of the site. Like, so, if you wanted to learn. But one of the things that we could do is really we can optimize that domain name with Google. So we start getting random people coming to our website, which is kind of the idea. We can also list our domain on different Christian servers across the internet through advertising. Um, we can advertise on Christian sites. We can start looking into that now that we have a domain. Having a domain is what's going to give us the freedom now to really take this to the next level. This is a good website. If you look at this website, I think it's pretty unique. You know, I mean, even though you have the timeline like Facebook, see, if we were on, I just wanted to come on here tonight just for to test out this chat, right? But if we're really going to do meetings, we should either use Google Meet, because then I could do screen shares and I could show you this website as I'm doing it and stuff like that. So next time we'll meet on Google Meet. Um, but just for the sake of, having, that's why I'm also considering keeping Slack just for team communication, because you got to have a separate place from your website where you meet. You don't really want to have your meetings on your website, because usually in a meeting you might be actually discussing particular problem people, on your chats and stuff. And you really don't want that to get leaked out into your website, or even what you're doing, how you do things. You kind of want to keep that separate. So I'm thinking about not totally doing away with Slack yet, but maybe use it for meetings or something. A lot of this stuff is down the road when we have more people, but anyway, so again, we'll go over this stuff more as we go along, but social media posting. Uh, what we can do is we can start any time now, this week or next week. I can get on and figure out what would be the best service for us to use to generate posts every day. Uh, for WordPress, we could generate a post that will trigger the blogger on the blog. I don't know that we could post in the social in this. We could post on WordPress blog. Now that'll be huge because the WordPress is optimized by, I told you, by Yoast. YOT. Yoast is a service that you have to pay for. Usually it's probably about $50 a month. We got it free with the website. So it's a huge thing for us to have. It optimizes your post. And I've already gotten hits on it. Random people that have come back to our website. Uh, so if we're getting one post out a day on there, that would be huge. We can set it up to hit it several times a day. That would cover us here. Now we also have social media, so we have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and whatever. So we can get that going, and that will generate posts every day. That'll create more hits for us, possibly more people. I think now that we have a website that has a chat site on it, it's a game changer because all right, it's a little clumsy at first, maybe for people to get on here, but they'll figure it out. People aren't stupid. I mean, I don't think they made this chat to be hard. I don't know what happened tonight. It's possible that it's very possible that um, it was actually functioning right, but that we maybe because you're not people aren't looking for what to do yet. That it's just a matter of them having to come to it. But like I said, we're going to be doing initially mostly hosted chats where, even if somebody randomly comes, we would hope they would be able to, click into the chat and figure out what to do on their own. I mean, I don't think it's that hard. But we'll have to see how that works out as more people join it. Um, Initially, what I want to do is start out with people on Discord that we already know and try to get them. Some of them have already joined the website. Obviously, get them coming on here and chatting. And then once we get that going, we start advertising. We start doing these daily postings, and I'm doing if you, again, I'm not going to take the time tonight to go through all of the website. But if you go to the page Jesus Connect TV, not right now, but later on or whatever, Jesus Connect TV, I have a podcast that I started called Jesus Connect, and I just started it today, and I did a video through Loom. I created a video, and what's cool about that is with Loom, I can create a button, and it plays the YouTube video with a button. If people click it, they'll go to the website and be able to join it. So if we send that out and whatnot, now you could do one too. If you wanted to do a podcast, an MP3 or whatever, we could set it up in the Jesus Connect TV. Jesus Connect TV is like our media station for all things video, audio, anything. And if we ever do a television station, whatever, it would all be launched from there. Makes it real easy and simple. So anyway, I'm going to do this podcast thing, and I'm going to hopefully that'll maybe generate some things. But on Facebook, I'm really excited about that because my Facebook page is starting to grow. And the reason it's growing is because of these concerts. These concerts are drawing people. So we're going to do more live concerts, no doubt about it. Because if we can grow our the Facebook channel and get people, we can start getting people coming on here. It's a little different having this than it is having like Geneva or Slack. because this is our own site, which, you know, that's that's the game changer right there. Is having our own site with our own chat, which we already knew that would be huge. Now this is not free. This chat, I'm gonna have to pay for it. But on the left side here, again, if we were on Google Meet, I'd be able to show you this. But you can probably still see it. There's a PayPal button there now, and you can click on it, and people can donate. And we're going to encourage people to donate to help pay for the cost of this chat. Now, the admins we're going to be adding, which should be you, Game Warrior for now. Eventually, as we get hopefully we can get some more of these young people from Discord to help us over here. What we're going to need, and we won't need this right away, but as soon as the chat gets busy, and again, we can go get people now. We have a chat. We have a place for people to go. That's what we didn't have before. That was the problem. Now we've got our own chat. We've got our own place, our own website. We can start actually going out advertising and getting people to come here. Once people come here, we're going to need chat moderators. We're going to need content curators. We're going to need people to do email follow-ups, newsletter, social media outreach. Our ministry, prayer, Bible study, evangelism, discipleship. That's all going to come out of the site. Our connect links, which are Discord, Cosme, YouNow, which we're going to start up, and then we still consider Wire Club a kind of a point of light. Remember Bush had those points of light, George Bush. Hey, I used to be able to do Bush really good, and so I can't do him in there. So we got these points of light that we're sending out all over. Was that George W. or was that HW? I can't remember. It was one of them. But I love that idea of points of light because that's exactly what I think these sites are. They're points of us sending the light. So, we're going to create some events on Discord still. We're still going to keep Discord in the loop. But I'm hoping to get somebody to run the Discord for us. And I'll be looking for that to fill that. Now, Google Meet is now a button on here, so anybody can get to it from the website, or we can send people a link anywhere on the internet, and they can join Google Meet instantly. They don't even have to they don't have to be a part of, they just have to have. I don't even think you need a Google email. I think you can join as a guest. So it's a real easy way for people to join us. And we'll be using it for initially to help us launch these chats and our own chats and getting people onto the website. So we'll be using it for that. And we will also use it for our meetings and stuff like that. We'll create a different link for that. But it doesn't really matter because Google Meet's only active when you launch it. It's not like this chat where people can come in at any time, day or night. With Google, you have to have a host, right? Somebody starting it, initiating it. So we'll be able to use Google Meet for meetings and for chats. We're going to use it. But they can launch it from the website. We can do Bible study chats on there too. Bible studies, I like Google Meet better for a Bible study than this chat down here. This chat we're on now is good for like everybody just getting together and meeting on here. It's a landing page for people to come to our website. It's more of a fun chat, and we can probably add more functionality to it. I haven't really looked into that yet, but I like it. There's different things we could do in the chat if we wanted to. But what I like Google Meet for is with Google Meet, there's more tools like whiteboards and uh, just screen share and all kinds of different things for Bible studies, which I think would be better suited for that. And we can invite people from all different locations. So even though we have this wonderful chat here, we could still do Bible studies in here. I mean, no doubt about it. But what I'm saying is, I think with Google Meet, you just have more options. Plus, if you wanted to have, like, say, a YouTube party, Google Meet has a function where you can watch together right in the app now. So you can launch it from mobile too. So we could actually do watch nights, movie nights, things like that with Google Meet right from our own website. So they're still coming to the website, right, to get the link. So that's the key. We're still using the website for that. So anyway, that's that. Now simulcasting is where we multicast, and believe it or not, fluting, fluting. That's a name, fluting. I don't know where they get these names, but fluting. Every time I use it, I get a new YouTube user. Just had somebody from YouTube, a girl, watch our King and Country Christmas special and commented on how much she loved it. So I said thank you, and I'm going to try to invite her to our website now. So, hey, if it's working, you stay with it. So we're going to continue to use Flutin as our source for multi-streaming. And then we're only going to do multi-streaming on Sunday nights for now because it's a lot of work. But our Sunday night church, that's the big deal. That's where I think we need to put all of our marbles, so to speak, into, is using that, because we could even do concerts. We could do whatever, hosting things where it seems to have a drawing power. So we want to do that. We want to get more people. I'm going to start advertising on Facebook now that my page is doing good now, and I've got my page pretty much all up to date, all the current information, our website, everything on it. I want to start advertising on the weekends, our Sunday nights, because I think we can draw a lot of people if we do. A lot of churches don't have Sunday night services anymore. So I think that our hook is going to be Sunday night church is back. I think that's the hook that will draw people in, because people, they might not even go to church Sunday morning, but man, Sunday night they might decide, hey, yeah, I'll go to that. So if we offer it and can get the word out, I think we might be able to grow the Sunday night ministry into something good. It'd be nice if we had 20, 30 people coming every time, right? Whatever. And then maybe one night, one week, I could have you preach if you wanted to. And then I could preach. And then we could maybe get some other people that are interested in learning. Well, they're called by God or whatever. But we'll hopefully we can see that happen. But anyway, that's kind of the idea behind my plan here. I think that the key was to get the website back and going, and that's why I'm glad we talked about it, because I think I was kind of going in the wrong direction with this again. And then when you said something to me about it and we talked about it, it made sense to me that, you know what, we have a domain. If we use Slack, then we're not using our own domain. We're not going to capitalize from those getting new people. So hopefully now that we have our own website, somebody pop in or what? I don't know what that noise was. All I know is this is really cool to have our own chat like this. I mean, we've been on here for almost an hour, and we're live in our own chat room. I mean, how awesome is that? It's worth it. It's worth it to have this because imagine if we didn't have this right now, we wouldn't be on this website. We'd be lost. We'd be just sitting there going, okay, how are we going to communicate now? But this is why I knew we needed this because there's just not a whole lot of solutions out there that you can plug in a whole chat system that integrates with your site like this. And I mean, they've spent at least 10 years that I know on this software, and that's why it works pretty good. So I think the little initial hiccups of learning how to use it, that's just user, and it's not software. And I don't think it's anything to do with there's a problem with comment chat. It's just the problem with understanding how it works. But we can figure it out. I'm gonna I'm gonna figure out these chat rooms and make sure that I did start them. Newbies is a word I use a lot, so it probably was something I created yesterday. I just don't remember, maybe. But anyway, you got people hitting you up on your end. I keep hearing a ping. That's weird. I don't know why it's pinging. Well, anyway, so this is our first meeting of 2023, and I'm really excited about the direction that we're going in for this year. I think this website, I'm not patting myself on the back or anything because that would be stupid to do that. But I think that the Lord blessed us with this software, the mix of WordPress and Usify together, making it, because like WordPress by itself is very boring. It's just like a static website. But when you add Usify, it's like all of a sudden you got a disco ball and lights and boom, it just lights up your site. It's colorful. Everything is more attractive. Makes you want to be on it. It makes you want to be a part of it, and that's what's cool about it. There's not a lot of sites out there that are Christian that I've seen, and I've looked at a lot of sites that have as much to offer as we do right now already, just with articles and content that we're going to be having, and the chat in and of itself. You know, a lot of Christian sites, what they'll do is they'll add like a third party chat site, like we used to do back in the day. They're still doing it, and these third party chat sites, as we know, they don't really work that well. And I'm surprised how many sites that are like, really big sites are still making people click on a Jitsi link or a Google Meet link within the site instead of having their own, like what we have right here. I mean, we're very fortunate that we know about this because I don't know how many people know about comment chat, but if you look at the internet, if you just search for chats that you can integrate into a website. This is the only one, unless you want to spend a lot of money. Now, if you want to spend a lot of money and have somebody build you a native chat, then you could do that. But that's a very costly thing. Uh, but I've seen some sites they'll take a Jitsi chat application and they'll build on that because with Jitsi it's kind of open source, so you could build on it and make it your own and add things to it or whatever. But I think this is the easiest way to get your own chat that actually integrates with your people. So hopefully this will help us. I know when I put this chat on my other website a few years back, we actually did grow a little bit. It was the only website that I ever had that actually grew. And part because we had the chat. We had 2 or 3 people that were coming every day chatting on it, and but we didn't continue it because once again I got something happened, and it was one of those that one thing, that we always have. We had one thing that always came up. It ruined everything, and so we had to back off from it. And but I think had we continued with that, we would have probably had 1 million people by now. Maybe not 1 million, but no, I'm just kidding. But we would have had a few anyway, more than we have now. But anyway, if you look at Discord again, if I had we'll do the Google Meet. Maybe we'll do another meeting this week. Get a couple meetings in since we're not doing anything live right now. We should probably get his everything together as much as we can so that we can actually start launching live content again. But if you look at Discord, there's still a lot of people that are coming onto the site or that are a part of the site, but they're just not active right now. So I'm going to be working on that and introducing people to this website, and hopefully we can get 20, 30 people will come to chat. That's for darn sure. We know that. And if for nothing else, they'll come here to chat, and then once they're here, we can get them on the website. There's a lot of stuff. Now, again, I'm not going to do a screen share, but if you were to see what I was going to show you, if you look at the site and get more familiar with it, we need to start posting. What is Newbies? Is that a page? I don't understand what public group. Oh, public group Newbies. That is really weird. You know what? You know what happened? I know now why that Newbies popped up. I got it now. You know what happened? Newbies is a group that I created, right? So I created the group, and when I integrated the chat into the system, I added that groups would be added to the chat. So every time somebody joins a group, it's going to add that to the chat list. That's why Newbies got added automatically. That is unbelievable. So as we add more groups, those groups become actual chats. How's that for connecting? My goodness, that's crazy. Because I see here that Game Warrior joined groups. That's why that kicked in. Okay, it makes sense now. Are you still there? Hello? Still there? Okay. Did you hear what I said about the groups? That's interesting, isn't it? So, if you created a group called Culture Wars and then somebody joins it, it's going to pull up a chat room called Culture Wars. So now your group has its own chat in comment. How unbelievable is that? That is it's because I connected the groups in Buddy Press. Buddy Press is actually what works all of this social network. Usify is a what you call a plugin that works on the back of Buddy Press technology, which works on the back of WordPress, which is kind of like crazy. But because Usify like turns BuddyPress into a more exciting, more, better looking, more, featured thing, it still uses that the groups and the things like that, and that's why it did that. That was freaking me out though. And Bible discussion, I think, is another group that I have. I'm gonna have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure I can tell you in a second. Why is that not moving? All right, move. All right, there we go. Yep, Bible discussions and newbies. Those are the two groups. That is exactly why it did that. Oh my goodness. So now that's fascinating stuff. I mean, so if you had a group, you have your own chat that goes with your group. I mean, it's obviously we're using newbies chat just to chat in, but for all intent and purposes, it belongs to the group. And I'm pretty certain when I get off of here, I'm going to go to the group. I'm pretty certain there's going to be a link in there for this chat. So that's pretty cool because that means that you could make this private and then it would only show in your group. So if you wanted to have a private group chat of your own, I mean, you could do it with this. I didn't even I didn't even know that possibility until tonight. That's why I was all I didn't create that group. It automatically created it because I remember now when I was going through the admin setting up the comment chat, there was a, a thing there which you could click if you wanted it to sync with BuddyPress groups. I mean, you could actually, if you didn't want that, you could just untick it, and it would you wouldn't do that. But I wanted to close with this on the site in the left and right of the timeline. There's obviously different things that you can click on and do. And one of the things I wanted our website to be was a user engagement site. I wanted everything to be where people, when they come on the site, there's things for them to do, like listen to music now. And I haven't totally figured out that yet because I'm not sure I'm going to use YouTube Music. It's not really what I was looking for. I'm still looking for. Do you know much about Spotify? Can if I was to put a Spotify link on here, could other people add music to it, or would they have to be an admin on my Spotify in order to do that? I don't know how that works. But I wonder if they could at least listen to the music. I mean, what I'm looking for is an app where people can come on and share music as well as listen to it, and where they could, come together and actually like a listening, like maybe just a maybe just one of those watch party sites. It doesn't have to be. It could be a YouTube video music. It doesn't have to be a MP3. I don't know. Something like that might be. Then you're taking them outside of our site. They got to join something else. I mean, I just don't know what. I had this thing called Jukebox, and it was exactly what I was looking for. Anybody could add YouTube videos to it, so they could add music or whatever. But the problem with it was, um, it after you'd use it, it would pause, and you couldn't get it unpaused, so it would just be stuck. And it was there was all kinds of bugs in it, so I had to quit using it. But I'm wondering, like, if there was something out there like a watch party site that was real easy to join, you didn't have to, like go through a whole lot of hoops where we could just let people watch. And usually they have a chat room in there and people could chat and listen to music together. That's kind of what I was looking for. I'll have to keep looking. But for now, if they click on listen to music in that jukebox thing, it'll pull up my channel on YouTube. So they can listen to the music. It's just not going to be. But then again, maybe, yeah, I'll figure it out. But so ideally, I wanted people to be able to play games on here. And if nobody was around, and like say there was nobody here to chat or whatever, they could go play a game. Always being on the website, always having something to do. We always talked about that, how we wanted our sites to be user friendly and user engagement. Not just articles that people read or whatever, but things that they could actually do. Not that say that articles and stuff aren't important, which they will be, and so on. But so I'm thinking we ought to come up with some games too, and maybe I like eight ball because eight ball anybody can play it, and you can also play with random people. So if there was nobody here and we had you can embed eight ball into a page. At least you used to be able to, and that's a really cool game. And that would be like one that we could add right away, and that would give people something to do. Now, I am almost positive that WordPress has a game integration that we a plugin that we could use, and that would plug right in, and that would fit the site, and that people could start playing games on here. That would be another great thing because that would get people coming onto the website. So you have chat, you have music, you have games, and of course you have live streaming, you have the Bible content that we have on here because I mean there's tons of things already. I got articles on here. There's tons of things. All right, so we're loaded and ready to go. We just need to get this out. And so that's what we'll work on next. And then if I teach you guys how to use WordPress, you can add content, you could add post, you could create WordPress posts, which would be awesome because then you can get the benefit of Yoast too. You can optimize the heck out of it and get your articles out there. And then it's already there. Anybody can. I can make you on WordPress. I can make you an author, and then you can add posts as well. And so that's what I'll do. But maybe this week or something like that, I can take you through the back end of WordPress, show you how to administrate the site. We got to remember too, we got a point system that is working. So everybody's earning points, and right now I have it loaded so that people are earning like way too many points. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna have to go in the back end and reconfigure that and take some of those uh, things out because I've got like 2,000 points already. But I got it set up so every time you log in, you're getting 25 points. And what the reason I like the point system is because number one, that's again user engagement, right? It gets people thinking, "Wow, I can earn something with these points." So we got to figure that out as well. Um, I mean, we would go broke trying to give people stuff. But the other thing is when you when you get an email, at least on my phone, it gives me a text message that I have an email, and it shows me every time I get points, it's showing me my points or telling me I earn points from the site. Now that could get a little bit annoying. That might actually tick some people off. Hey, quit telling me I got points. But what it's doing is it's reminding people we have a website. And if they're on the site, they're not earning any points right now because they're not on it. So they're not going to get any text. But once they join it again, they're going to start getting those text messages. That's a good way for us to keep people in the loop. And it's as good as a push notification. So that's pretty cool for a site that doesn't have mobile as its main component. Yet we're able to get out those notices to people. Now that's something that I was wanting to see how that would work, and it works. So, but anyway, this chat has you can use it on mobile. If it says, "Do you want to use the app?" and you just say cancel, and it goes right into the mobile. And the mobile is actually set up a little different than this. I actually like the mobile better, the way it's set up. Now we can get an app for this. It's part of the deal, but it's something that they have to help me set up. I had to have them help me set it up before. It's a little bit tricky, but basically it'll go through Comet Chat, and then they'll be able to log into our site. And the mobile app is cool because it does have push notifications. So whenever somebody's online, it'll tell them, and that'll get people to the chat, which you know, ultimately you want them to come to the website. So if they go through the web browser, they're going to come to the website. Um, I'm pretty sure though, if they go through the mobile, it takes them to the website too. The chat is associated with the website, so yeah, it would take them. I don't think it would take them separately outside of the website. So that's the good thing about it. People are going to be constantly on the website. That's one of the reasons that Comet did it that way, so that people could build their websites. Comet has articles and blog posts that they send out like every month that gives you tips, ideas of how to grow your website. And they actually do a pretty good job. I have to hand it to them. When they first started out, there that was a little tricky. But as technology has got to a point now where you don't need servers and all that anymore, you just work through the cloud. If the cloud ever blows up, we're going to all be in trouble. It's everything is in the cloud now. Don't even ask me what the cloud is. I couldn't tell you what it is. All I know is that it's in the cloud. I think that's about all any of us know. I don't even know who started the cloud, but anyway, all I know is it created a easier way for us to do what we're doing. But anyway, I think that's good for now. So maybe we'll meet again on Thursday or something. I'll see what Game Warrior's schedule is, and try to get together a couple times this week and maybe a couple times next week. And then I think that'll get us good enough where we can start. I'll start going on Discord too and start getting people coming to the website in preparation for maybe middle of January. We'll start doing live church again. I've got a series I'm gonna do called "In It to Win It." In it to win it, and it's going to be about how to slay the giants in your life. We're going to deal with a bunch of giants that attack us as Christians and how we deal with that in our daily life. So that's going to be my series to start the new year out with. In it to win it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So we can get that going and get your podcast when you get you're getting close to having a podcast ready to roll out. Once we get your podcast, we'll put it up and try to get it out there. We got to get on Cosme too and try to see if we can get that your Cosme channel going. All right. Well, I guess that's it for now. Then I'm gonna probably talk to you later. All right. God bless. Bye.